Before I get into my lesson, I want to give you a brief overview of the types of students that I teach. I'm currently a 7th grade special education teacher, um, and I have a focus on mathematics and English. That being said, I decided to use Minecraft to construct or build a lesson that has to do with finding the volume and finding the area of bases of specific structures. So if we go over to this information block, it says if each block has a length, width, and height of 1 foot, find the volume of the structure. You'll also be asked to build your own structures with specific areas and volumes. If you get lost or need assistance, look for the information blocks for helpful hints. Remember, flying above an object will give you a better idea of what that object truly looks like. So in order to help my students out a little bit, let's fly above the object over here. I've created two rectangular prisms. One built with blue blocks and one built with red. That's a specific accommodation for my students so that they can differentiate between those two shapes. In other words, I'm trying to get them to understand that they're going to find the volume of one structure and then the volume of another and then put them together. So just by using different colors of blocks, it will help them to differentiate what they're adding and what they need to put together. But not only do I want them to be able to find it, I would like them to be able to build it. So I've also created several assessments over here. One asks for the area, so just the base of this object has to be 100 feet squared. But I've also added that the figure may not be 10 by 10. And then the second one over here, construct a figure that has a volume of 144 feet cubed. So yes, I'm looking for a specific length, a width, and a height. But there's several combinations that they could use. So when I look at my students and the figures that they've constructed, I expect them to look all different. And a couple of the things I really like about this are by using the information blocks, you can even add more stipulations and you can add more accommodations. So for example, if I go over to this information block that says, remember, area is only two-dimensional, the figure's height does not matter, be more concerned with the base. So you can have helpful hints on vocabulary with the information blocks. And you can also add different stipulations. For example, you can ask them for a specific area and a specific volume if you want to make things a little bit more complicated for students who have already mastered this subject. But this particular objective in general, being able to find the volume of an object and using Minecraft, it has been absolutely spectacular, actually, because it gives them a chance to actually understand what volume is. You're looking for the space within an object, what can fit within the object. And using these different colored blocks can really help them get an idea and separate what they're looking for. But as I said before, I don't want them to just do the calculations and remember the formulas. I want them to be able to create. And what's awesome about Minecraft is that's what you do. You create things. So it gives them the opportunity to create themselves, which is a fantastic assessment, especially for students with special needs, because you can set the worlds up so that the students can have different accommodations and they can use them along the way, whether they need them or they don't need them.